I want to talk about Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
Because he is, I've said this a lot. I don't know if I've said it on camera, but Patrick Mahomes is the best player to ever put on a pair of cleats that's ever played the game of football.
Okay.
I've been saying that for 2 years, and I probably said it way prematurely, but I've never
So,
seen anything like him.
Here's what I'll say. Tom Brady will forever be the best winner and probably the greatest of all time because of what he's won.
Right.
Now, Patrick Mahomes could get up there and get rolling.
Yeah.
But I agree in the sense that, and I ever and never are a long time, so I'm not going to go as far as you, but I'll sort of defend your stance here. When I see Patrick Mahomes do things on the football field, it's unlike anything I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I'm going to be completely. There's guys in the league though that are trying to do it. Josh Allen can do some of these things, although he turns the ball over too much. Burrow, Herb at times. Justin Herbert can do some amazing things throwing the football. But even if I throw it back to the GOAT and talk about Tom Brady can't do what Patrick Mahomes does. It's not even close. No. And like, we can talk about greatest, and I think the issue we run into when we talk about greatest is it's semantics, right? It's
Absolutely.
like, what do you think is the greatest?
Right.
What do you think is the best? So I'll defend your position there, but when we're talking about quarterback play, it's a struggle to find someone that I can just automatically say they're better. Aaron Rodgers has done some great things, but he's not better.
Nope.
Game to game. Tom Brady's done some unbelievable winning and some unbelievable things. I don't think game to game he's better. Joe Burrow, same thing. You can keep throwing it back. Dan Marino, same thing.
Yeah, no, here's the thing. If you, let's just say in some fictitious world, you could draft the entire NFL history, Patrick Mahomes is the #1 overall pick of all time. I don't think it's even debatable. I really don't even think it's debatable. I don't think it's close. I don't think there's ever been anyone that can do what he does on a game in and game out basis. And I know people get tired of this. Like, you see every time the Chiefs win, like, people are talking crap about how much the announcers drool over Patrick Mahomes. It's because he is the definition of a generational talent.
Right.
You don't see this.
Yes. And here's the thing that, like, I think gets lost a little bit with Patrick Mahomes is when it comes to checking plays at the line, he's grown a whole lot.
Yeah.
And not making mistakes with the ball, he's grown a whole lot. He had his issues early last year and grew out of those. I do think when you talk about a guy like Tom Brady, though, the dimensions that he brings to the game of sort of the leadership part of it and being able to really and truly pace a game and manage a game the right way. I don't know if Patrick Mahomes is on that level in that particular area when we talk about Tom Brady.
That comes with Tom.
But when it comes to talent, it's not remotely close.
No, I agree.
So, but that comes with leadership ability. It does come with your
Tom.
overarching
and I think
and then
he's
going through those moments.
I think he most certainly is a good leader because
that
man throws the team on the back all the time and says,
and that was
"Come
an ankle.
follow me."
That was an ankle issue too. He was dealing with the other day
as a quarterback.
Yeah. So
and it's your play. I mean, you're pushing off of that foot, and he played nearly flawless with Juju out the majority of that game, with Kadarius Toney out the majority of that game, with Travis Kelce already being injured going into that game, with not even a speck of a running game. They could not run the ball at all from start to finish in that game. It doesn't matter.
Yep. He's there.
He's there.
Yep.
Like, all you can liken him to, in my opinion, in sports, is Michael Jordan. Like, that's what you see. Like, everyone, and obviously I wasn't alive when Jordan was playing, but everyone always, when they talk about Jordan, they say it didn't matter what was around him. It didn't matter the scenario. Nothing mattered because you had Michael Jordan, and if you had Michael Jordan, you could win a championship. The same thing is true with Patrick Mahomes.
He needed help from his defense this weekend, right?
Right.
But he made the play. He made the plays when he needed to make the plays.
Absolutely. It's in every team sport, you need teams.
I'll say this with Patrick Mahomes, he's got to do. If we're gonna go Michael Jordan conversation, I think the championships have to be
absolutely
there, and he's got plenty of time to rack up championships.
Absolutely. But here's the thing: you could put Patrick Mahomes on almost any team in the NFL. If you give
who's his OC?
That's what I'm saying. If you give him, let's just say you take Andy Reid, Eric Bieniemy, and Patrick Mahomes, you put him on any team, he could probably take him to the Super Bowl, and that's absurd. That's absurd to even think that thought about any
now
player.
let me throw this back at you.
You can throw it back.
And this could be a really, really long discussion, honestly. And we might have to save it for another day. What if you put Justin Herbert with Andy Reid? What if you put Joe Burrow with Andy Reid?
I don't think. I don't think they're on Mahomes' level. I don't.
I look at.
I think it's Patrick Mahomes and everyone else.
I look at the situation that Patrick Mahomes got dropped into, with Alex Smith ahead of him for 1 year.
They were already winning 11, 12 games a year.
Arguably a top 5 offensive game planner of all time. I don't think anybody, Hall of Fame head coach.
No one's arguing that.
And that had to learn to get over the hump and finally got over the hump with Patrick Mahomes, but he had a long time to get there. I look at the situation he got dropped into, it was tailor-made. Now, he's made a lot of it, and I'm not trying to take anything away from him. But I just feel like that conversation when we get MJ, Tom Brady, just a little bit slower.
Nope.
Just a little bit slower.
Not for me. Because here's the thing. There's something in athletes that are special that very few have.
Right.
That very few have, and it's easy to see. I mean, if you've watched sports your whole life. That it factor.
Yeah.
And it sounds like such a,
cliche, I get it.
But it's so true. In every situation that he's ever been put in with his back against the wall, outside of the Bucs Super Bowl game, which
no line,
nobody could have handled that situation. He has delivered in every single circumstance. He has delivered. Mm-hmm. There's not athletes don't do that. Everybody has an off game, and I'm not saying he hasn't had his off games, but in the big moments, moments when it matters,
threw a pick in overtime last year against the Bengals that let them win the game.
He did, but you know what I'm saying.
Listen,
there's no one else you'd want with the ball in their hands because he is
in the NFL right now. No,
he is untouchable.
In the NFL right now, no. I agree with you. There are guys that I could put close to that, though. There are guys that I could certainly put close to that. I think Burrow, and this is gonna really strike you.
Say Justin Herbert.
This is gonna strike you in a weird way. I think the two old guys, given the right situation, I would love to have them for a game-winning drive.
Absolutely.
Still to this day, Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers. Justin Herbert seems to fall short a tad bit, but I don't think I can't blame it fully on him at this point.
Right. But okay.
But no, I agree. I agree with that sentiment. But the Michael Jordan, Tom Brady,
that's just
greatest of all time stuff. It's early in his career. I think we can pace these things out. You can project, and I'm cool with you projecting. But at some point,
but here's the timeout. Am I projecting?
You're projecting it out.
He's been to 5 consecutive AFC championships.
You're projecting it out, though. Him
bit,
winning.
A little bit.
He's only won one.
But his career right now, he would go to the Hall of Fame right now if he retired.
Probably so.
5 consecutive AFC championships.
All pros, MVP.
2 MVPs after this year. He'll have his second MVP.
Yeah,
1 Super Bowl. What has he been in? 2 or 3 Super Bowls? This is his 3rd Super Bowl.
And also, I think
that's nuts.
To your
He's
thing,
27.
Like, he had Tyreek Hill too, and he was gone. He's gone. He's been able to mold himself in different ways. I'm with you wholeheartedly. But those championships, when we get into legacy talk, championships have to be in there.
Absolutely.
You can't have 1 and compete with Tom Brady.
No.
You can't have 2 and compete with Tom Brady. You can't have 3 and compete with Tom Brady.
And that's why I'm not saying that he's surpassed Tom Brady by any means, because he absolutely has. I mean, Tom Brady is in a world of his own. And is Patrick Mahomes on that same trajectory? Absolutely, because he's already 5 straight championships, all these playoff games. His numbers,
they're insane.
His did you see they showed the graphic yesterday? His numbers in AFC Championship games. He has the second most touchdown passes in AFC Championship games already. Brady played in 14 AFC Championship games, 21 touchdowns.
Yep.
Mahomes has played in 5 and has 15.
Yep.
That's absurd.
It is.
That's absurd.
100%.
He is if you had a definition of a generational talent in any sport,
Mahomes
is number 1.
Point right at him.